It feels like you're living behind a pane of glass, doesn't it? On the other side, you watch the world move in a predictable, almost choreographed dance. You see the smiles that are really masks, the handshakes that are silent declarations of war, and the invisible currents of influence that guide people like puppets on a string. You see the game for what it really is. And this clarity, it's a powerful and terrible gift. It forces you to walk through a world of unsuspecting pawns, to live among people moved by forces they don't even begin to understand. This kind of perception can be a lonely fortress. It burdens you with knowledge you can't unsee, trapping you in a reality only you seem to inhabit. You watch people bond over shared illusions, finding comfort in the pleasant lies society is built on, and you feel a gap that's impossible to cross. You're an outsider simply because you can see a ghost in the machine, aware of every single gear and piston, while everyone else just enjoys the ride, completely oblivious. The danger isn't just the loneliness, it's the knowledge itself. It's heavy, it's cold, and once you see the strings, you can never go back to pretending they don't exist. You see the hidden strings of power and influence that no one else does, and it forces you to navigate a world of unsuspecting pawns. This clarity is both a gift and a curse, saddling you with knowledge you can't just forget and isolating you in your own reality. But what if that burden was actually your greatest weapon? What if the danger of seeing what others don't isn't the end, but the beginning of true power? This is the Machiavellian warning, a lesson not in rejecting your vision, but in mastering it. The Machiavellian perspective on perception to get a handle on your condition. You first need to understand the world as Niccolò Machiavelli saw it. Writing from 16th century Florence, a hotbed of political instability and constant backstabbing, Machiavelli came up with a revolutionary way of looking at power. Before him, philosophers talked about how a leader should act, painting pictures of ideal virtues like humility, morality, and honesty. Machiavelli tore that picture up. He described how powerful people actually won, arguing that to hold on to power, a prince must be ready not to be good. His philosophy came from a hard truth about people. Most of us aren't guided by logic or high-minded morals, but by our immediate wants and what we see on the surface. As he wrote in the prince men in general judge more by the eyes than by the hands, for everyone can see, but few can feel. Everyone sees what you appear to be, few feel what you are. This one observation is the core of the Machiavellian worldview. The world is a stage, and for most people, appearance is reality. This isn't just a cynical take. It's a deep psychological insight. The human brain loves to take the easy route. It prefers simple, comforting stories over complex, unsettling truths. People want to believe their leaders are good, their coworkers are honest, and their society is fair. They cling to these illusions because the alternative, that the world is just a chaotic mess of competing self-interests, is terrifying and exhausting. They choose the comfort of a nice lie over the cold, hard work of seeing the truth. And that's where you come in. The person who sees things as they are, not as they wish they were. This is the first rule of Machiavellian thinking, a clear-eyed view of human nature. Machiavelli saw people as fickle and quick to switch sides when it benefits them. He famously argued, "He who seeks to deceive will always find someone who will allow himself to be deceived." This creates a massive gap between the one who sees and the many who don't. The herd feels safe in their shared beliefs, even if those beliefs are fiction. Their reality is held up by popular opinion. You, on the other hand, are stuck with the empirical truth of what you observe, the quiet manipulation in a meeting, the hidden agenda behind a kind gesture. the transactional nature of most loyalty, you're operating on a different mental level, and it's emotionally draining. This is why a Machiavellian mindset is often seen as cynical. It's what happens when you see the machinery behind the curtain. When you understand that people are driven by self-interest, it's tough to keep a naive faith in human goodness. You're a realist in a world of idealists. And as Machiavelli warned, he who studies what ought to be done rather than what is done will learn the way to his downfall rather than to his preservation. The dangers of unfiltered vision, seeing the world with such brutal clarity, comes with a heavy price. The gift of perception is tied directly to the curse of alienation. When you understand the subtext in every conversation, real moments of human connection start to feel few and far between. You spot the subtle flattery, the ingratiating compliments, and the transactional nature of relationships that others genuinely believe is friendship. This perception builds a wall. How can you form a real bond when you can see the angle in every interaction? This leads to a profound sense of emotional isolation. Psychologically, this constant state of observation can be draining. When you're always analyzing the world from a detached perspective, you risk becoming disconnected from your own feelings. This emotional detachment is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it allows for the cold, strategic calculation that's a hallmark of Machiavellian thinking. But on the other, it starves you of the warmth and connection essential for a healthy mind. It's no surprise that studies show people with high Machiavellian traits often report lower satisfaction in their relationships. They struggle with the trust and vulnerability that healthy bonds require. This loneliness isn't just a feeling. It's a psychological state that can spiral into anxiety, paranoia, and depression. Being constantly vigilant in a world you see as inherently manipulative is just plain exhausting. But the dangers aren't just in your head. Revealing what you see makes you a direct threat to the established order. Power structures in a company, a political party, or even a friend group are built on a delicate web of shared fictions and unwritten rules. The person who sees through all that is a wild card, an unpredictable element that can bring the whole system crashing down. When you point out that the emperor has no clothes, you aren't just embarrassing the emperor. You're humiliating everyone who was admiring his beautiful new outfit. You shatter the collective illusion. Those in power don't fear the truth itself. They fear the loss of control that comes when that truth gets out. A leader surrounded by flatterers might secretly despise them, but he'll fear the one person who dares to tell him the truth, because truth strips away the authority he's built on appearances. In an office, this might get you labeled not a team player or disruptive. When you see the flaws in a popular strategy or the hidden motives of a rising star executive, your insights aren't seen as helpful. They're seen as attacks. You become the target for those whose incompetence or schemes you've accidentally exposed. They'll work to undermine you, discredit you, and isolate you from the group. They'll sabotage your work, spread rumors, and cut you out of the loop to neutralize the threat you pose. Your clarity is a bright light, and it makes the cockroaches scurry, but not before they try to smash the bulb. Machiavelli himself knew this danger all too well. He wrote his most famous work, the Prince in exile after he'd been kicked out of power. His unfiltered insights into how the state really worked made him powerful enemies. The visionary is often seen as a traitor to the present. The curse of insight is that it makes others painfully aware of their own blindness, and for that, they will often try to punish you. The solution: wielding your vision as a tool, the burden of your perception, doesn't have to be a life sentence of isolation. The Machiavellian path isn't to unsee what you've seen, but to learn to control how when you use your vision. The solution is not to become blind, but to become a master of the shadows. This is how you go from being a cursed observer to a powerful strategist. First, you have to master the art of strategic silence. Real power isn't in blurting out the truth. It's in knowing exactly when the truth is a weapon and when it's a liability. That impulsive need to correct others, to share your insights, to prove you're right, that's a weakness. It's an ego-driven habit that the powerful can't afford. Let others talk. Let them reveal their plans, their insecurities, their real motivations. Silence isn't passive. It's an active way to gather information. It creates a vacuum that other people will rush to fill, and in their haste, they'll hand you everything you need. When someone asks your opinion, learn to give them a wall. Offer non-committal, ambiguous answers. Let them wonder what you're thinking. Mystery is a form of power. The moment they think they've got you figured out, you've lost your edge. This leads to the second principle: master your appearance. Machiavelli famously said, "Everyone sees what you appear to be, few experience what you really are." This isn't about being a fake person. It's a strategic directive. You have to consciously craft your public persona. You see everything, but you must never let them know you see it. Cultivate an appearance of being agreeable, empathetic, maybe even a little naive. This is your camouflage. It lets you move through the world without setting off alarm bells. People drop their guard around those they don't see as a threat. By appearing harmless, you get a backstage pass to the inner workings of power. People will confide in you, they will underestimate you, and they will reveal their weaknesses, all while thinking you're just a friendly, sympathetic ear. Remember Machiavelli's advice: the lion can't avoid traps, and the fox can't scare off wolves. You need to be a fox to spot the traps and a lion to scare the wolves, but appear to be a sheep until the moment is right. The final step is to reframe your perception from a burden into a tool. Your ability to see the hidden dynamics isn't a curse. It's the ultimate strategic advantage. While everyone else is reacting to surface-level drama, you understand the root causes and can predict the next moves. You're playing chess while they're playing checkers. This allows you to navigate the world with precision. You can build alliances based not on fickle emotions, but on a clear-eyed understanding of mutual self-interest. You can see betrayals coming before they happen. You can position yourself to benefit from the predictable mistakes of others. Your vision allows you to stay emotionally detached in your decision-making, a crucial trait for any effective leader. While others are swayed by passion or anger, you can act with cold, calculated purpose. Instead of feeling isolated by what you know, start seeing it as the source of your self-reliance. You don't need validation from the herd because you aren't dependent on their illusions. Your confidence comes not from their approval, but from the certainty of your own perception. This is how you go from being a pawn in the game to a player. You stop being a victim of the game and become its master. You influence things from the shadows, shaping outcomes without ever needing the spotlight. The goal isn't to win every argument, it's to achieve your long-term objectives. As Machiavelli would say, it's not about being right, it's about being effective. This isn't an easy path. It takes discipline, self-control, and the guts to embrace a reality that others run from. If this message hits home, if you've ever felt the weight of seeing what others don't, then like this video and subscribe to the channel. We dig into the hard truths of power, psychology, and strategy for those who are ready to see the world as it is. In the comments below, share your own experience, without revealing your secrets, of course, of navigating a world that doesn't see what you see. You might find you're less alone than you think. The danger of seeing what others don't is real. It will separate you from the crowd and might even make you a target. You will walk a path that is, by its nature, a lonely one. But inside that danger lies an opportunity that very few will ever grasp. The ability to see the hidden architecture of power, is a form of intelligence that can't be taught in a classroom. It's a vision that, once you sharpen it, gives you the power to shape your own reality instead of being shaped by it. The initial pain of isolation is the price of admission to a higher level of awareness. The challenge isn't to dull your senses or run back to the comfortable blindness of the crowd. The challenge is to forge your perception into a tool, to master the arts of strategic silence and appearance, and to turn your greatest burden into your most formidable weapon. You have to learn to be a ghost in the machine, present, aware, and influential, yet never fully seen. The world is a stage, and most people are just actors reading from a script they didn't write. But you, the one who sees, have the chance to become the director. Remember the ultimate Machiavellian warning. The danger isn't in what you see. It's in letting them know you see it. Master this, and you won't just survive, you will thrive.